Welcome to the Hachette podcast. I'm Brandon.
And January.
And today is 29 days until Birth Without Fear releases. March 5th, 2019.
I like the whole title too. Birth Without Fear, the Judgement-Free Guide to Taking Charge of Your Pregnancy, Birth, and Postpartum.
Yes.
I feel that that's powerful in itself right there. Don't you?
Yes.
I do.
Very much so.
Okay, so I picked out something for us to discuss today that I am very passionate about.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to get right to it, you guys. This is, again, an excerpt. Did I say that right? Excerpt,
yeah.
This is an excerpt. Is that right?
Yeah, the P is silent. It looks like excerpt.
This is an excerpt from, you're not going to edit this out, are you? You're not.
It's funny.
From the introduction of the Birth Without Fear book. There are plenty of experts is in air quotes, defining postpartum for women. 6 weeks, some say, 12 weeks according to others. These recommendations stigmatize and shame the many women for whom postpartum lasts much longer. This book passionately demands a shift in that narrative.
Again, amen.
Postpartum is not 6 weeks.
No.
6 weeks is when we usually have our postpartum checkups to check in on mental and physical health. Now, all of you listening to this know that this system is quite broken in our society and in our world, but especially in Western societies. For me personally, I feel the postpartum period of time lasts minimum 18 months. But I would say 18 months to 3 years because there is so much adjusting that happens physically, hormonally, mentally, breastfeeding, weaning, intimacy, healing in our bodies, our mind, everything, finding a new normal. And I know for me, postpartum lasts minimum as long as I'm breastfeeding.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And maximum, however long I feel, so this narrative that we're having of the postpartum period definitely has to shift. And what I'm really excited about, you guys, is yes, this is a pregnancy and birth book, but the postpartum section of this book is 1/3 of the book.
Yes.
We gave it just as much attention and held just as much space for the variations of normal in postpartum as we did for pregnancy and birth in this book. And that was very, very important for me to do because after having 6 children and 6 postpartums, I know how important that conversation is and how much of a change and shift we need to have.
Oh, it's unmistakable how important it is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a phenomenal resource. It's going to be a phenomenal resource for people.
The book?
Well, when it comes to postpartum.
Absolutely.
For, the women, for the partners as well. I mean,
because there is a partner perspective or partner point of view in every single chapter, including postpartum. You wrote it.
Yes, I wrote the partner points of view. And yeah, they come from personal experience, as does the whole book. But it's pretty exciting stuff.
Absolutely. So it's time for us to change that narrative in pregnancy, labor, birth, and postpartum. And it is my hope that this book helps us do just that.
And if you ask me, I think postpartum lasts until the kids move out. We're still in the midst of 6 postpartums.
Do you know every single time I meet an older woman whose children are adults, when I'm traveling, they ask me what I do. I tell them, they're like, oh, well, then that means I'm 22 years postpartum. So I think that across the board, we all feel that solidarity.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. Until next time.
Adios.
Love ya.